Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, June the 27th. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. Trading what you see. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. But before we get into today's video, I have to pass along some sad news. Graham, who you may have known as Lem or Le Mercenaire over here on Crestlick, he passed away. She said 3 weeks ago. So let's just take a moment to remember one of our fellow traders. Lem, Godspeed. Let's just go through the charts. We're at 331 below the monthly open, 347 off the high, 336 off the low. A lot of threes there. For the week, we're 15 pips below the weekly open, and it looks like we broke through the weekly previous week's high, and we only have one gap that needs to fill. We're putting in the opening range for the week right now. It looks like we got about 95 pips of range so far. There was some news, I think, that slightly spiked the market. 1,256 pips below the yearly open. As you can see, we broke out of the inside bar from 2 days ago. We broke out of the inside bar on the week from 1 week ago. So there was some inside bar action. As you can see, there's a lot of inside bars. For those new, if you see the gray or blue, you know there's some inside bar action. So you can see here over on the week that there's inside bar action. We go back to the day, we can see there is inside bar action. And I was right, 95 pips in range. You can see we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pairs over 100 pips in range today, with the new beast, as I like to call it, the pound New Zealand, leading the range movement with 159 pips. Buy zone traders were rewarded, I believe, in the video from last night. Then you can see the sell zone traders here. They were rewarded. And anybody trading the launch pad was really rewarded if you stuck in the trade. Just to let you know, I didn't stick in. I was trading, probably what some people would consider heavy. So I was in and out quick. Green rats were rewarded. As you can see here, we left the rat zone right around 22.52. Smart rat zone was at 49.6. Okay, we took out the weekly pivot, and it said all this right here. That's really a mess. Yeah, the pivot's in there. It said bias long, as you can see here. That trade paid off. The Bambino Flex indicator with R1 being above yesterday's high. It was calling for a long, and as you can see, that paid off. paid off on the other way too. We've hit R1 and S1. I'm going to have to ask Bambino about something because I guess I'm checking for the long before the short because R1 was above yesterday's high and S1 was, nope, that's right. Got a little confused there. Took out the daily, took out the weekly, and we've taken out the month this month. Remembering this is the last trading week of the month of June. Wick zone traders, we had been in and out of the upper wick zone. Then you can see we did the same thing with the lower wick zone from the previous days or previous trading sessions candle. The reason I say session because this is Monday and the previous day was Sunday and the market was closed. So you can see here we passed through the bottom, came back and went through the top of the lower wick zone. On the M5 chart, the M1 lowest high, you can see there wasn't really a trade there. You'd have to go down to M1 to pick that one up. Once again, coming off of a 3-ball. And right now I'm kicking myself because I was short the yen around 135.50. I got out of the trade, and so I left a bunch on the table. You can see this hour price is just taken off for the holo traders. And now I want to share with you something that we've been talking about, and I just want to show it to you. But first, we'll just look at the price action simple with the Walmart lines colored in. As you can see, Walmart line called for a long at 60, which would be worth about 14 pips right now, with a stack on if you wanted to at the 65, breaking the previous H1. So nice little trade this hour so far. But if you look back past couple of hours, we had 28 and 24 on the range, which means the Walmart's paid off. 14, which is 1 pip over our what we like to see, 13 pips. And you can see even there with the long being called at 80, went to the daily open 85, didn't maintain it. That would have been a key or clue to get out. And that was the previous day's open. Or I'm sorry, that was the current day's open. You can see here at the previous day's open, previous trading days open, we're up about 18 pips. Okay, what I wanted to show you was the flip-flop trade. This is something I've been studying flip-flops or looking at flip-flops from a long ago. You can see here back when I was calling these things bar stats as opposed to frequency distributions. Let's see, when was this indicator? Oh, I guess I didn't even put those comments in, so that's how old that indicator is. Probably from 2008, 2009, but still valid, still works. So what's a flip-flop trade? You can see here we have a up candle or followed by a down candle. So you can look at the high-low of the what I call the flop candle, or you can look at the high-low of both candles together. And I'm thinking I might even put in an option the first candle and then possibly the min or max of the high and the low. just to give each trader options, because you really need to trade what you see. And what I see is how price likes to break out. Once it does a flip-flop, it usually likes to break out, because you can see here, more times than not, it'll do a flip-flop. So we're looking at the last 480 1 minute candles here. And so right now, I'd be looking to go short at 22.71 or long at 22.74. A lot of times I'll pick a bias and only trade that direction. And if you look left, you can see here price had rejected about this level once before, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So if it busts through this 71, it should be good for a couple of pips. We got a couple more minutes left here, so we can just watch and see what happens. So I'm looking at a flat bottom. I'm looking at lower highs, which would indicate the short. So there it goes. Only to push back. So now we've got lower highs, lower lows. Just watching the price action and trading what you see. Okay, now you're up 1 pip, 1.3. So depending on how heavy you trade it, that 1 pip could have been worth $50, $100, just depends. So like I said, I was trading a little heavy on the on that one trade, so a lot of times I'll just take my pip and be done with it. As I like to tease Walmart, I'll just stack the bricks like he does. And sometimes you'll leave a lot of pips on the table, but you can't have any regrets. Because see, right now, you would have given it all back. And the thing about this, in an hour, you might get 10 trades or more. And the one thing I like about it is every now and then you really get lucky and you'll get those moves of 3, 4, 5 pips on the 1 minute. So for example here, it called for a flip-flop trade right here at the daily open. And that was almost like, sure, why not? Even though I believe there was some news happening right around that time. But when a lot of things line up that you see, you take it. So right here, we just had a flip-flop to the upside. And it paid off another pip. And those are the kind of trades you can do them over and over again. You have to be quick. No regrets if you leave, if they add some more pips to the table, they bring out another tray of shrimp after you took the last 2 shrimp off the previous tray and then you left. Can't cry over those. So, fellow traders, if you have any questions on the flip-flop, let me know. When Walmart comes back, I'll let him say how he likes to trade it, because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.